Greetings, greetings. This is Rosemary with Books by Rosemary. I am back again with the weekly or bi-weekly, depending on how well I stay on schedule to get these videos done, to do short videos. I did a series of short videos from the High Call of Forgiveness and shared them with you on a weekly or sometimes bi-weekly basis. I am going to do the same with the book D's and F's won't do. That you can see there is a book that talks about 4 D's and 3 F's. And the 4 D's are doubt, distraction, discouragement, and depression. And the 3 F's are frustration, failure, and fear. This is the first of about 9 videos. There are 7 D's and F's. And I want to do an introduction, and then I want to do a conclusion to this series of videos. If you have not yet gotten the book, it's worth getting the book. The book goes into much detail about how these devices and strategies that the enemy uses against us work. It also goes into much detail about how we can use the Word of God to overcome these strategies. So as I said, this is the introduction video to this 9-part short video series. The foundation I want to lay today is for us to understand that we have an adversary, that we must understand that some of these things, like doubt, like distraction, even discouragement, frustration, little things that frustrate us, we sometimes don't understand that the adversary, the enemy of our souls, is using these things to chip away at our joy, to chip away at our strength. And because we don't understand that he's using these things to get us, to derail us, to overcome us, we don't respond to them the way we are supposed to respond to them. Many times we ignore them. Many times we downplay them. Many times we don't see the impact that they're having on us, so we ignore them. So I want to lay the foundation for us today, for us to understand that we have an adversary. Remember that this adversary was in heaven. He knows Jesus. He knows God. He was made with music in his system. Ezekiel 28, starting from about verse 12, gives us good detail about what Lucifer looked like. He was referred to as the seal of perfection. He was described as being full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Lucifer was adorned with every precious stone. His settings and mountings were made of gold. He was anointed as a guardian cherub. He was on the holy mount of God, and he was blameless in his ways, meaning he was close to God. He worshiped God. He was a main angel. He had influence. He saw what worship did, and he became jealous of the worship that the Father was getting. So he started what I call a coup in heaven. And he had some followers, just like people do today. You're in a church and you're not getting the credit you think you should get, so you cause division. And you leave, and people follow you. So this Lucifer, this fallen angel, came to earth full of wrath. And he wants what you have. He wants the relationship that you have with the Father, because he lost that. He wants the worship that you're giving to the Father. So whenever we worship, whenever we make it clear that we are followers of Jesus Christ, he's after us. And he uses these D's and F's to come after us. Many of us, our eyes are not open to the strategies and the tricks of the enemy. Distraction is one of the main ones that we underplay, that we downplay, and don't realize that distraction after distraction after distraction will take us off course, and we will not fulfill our purpose here on earth. So I'm setting the foundation for us to understand that you have an enemy of your soul, and we must know that he's a strategist. We must know that he's an opportunist. We must know that he studies us and waits to strike at the right time. This is why his attacks at us are often successful, because he studies us. And I often ask us, if he spends time studying us so that when he strikes, he's successful, why don't we study him? Why don't we know how he works? 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11 tells us that we should not be ignorant of the devil's devices. That tells us a couple of things. First of all, we must know how he works. Second, we must know that he has devices. He has strategies with ill intentions towards you and towards me. So the foundation I want to lay before I go into the first video that will talk about distraction is that we have the enemy that is out there that is set out to steal from us, destroy what we have and who we are, and kill us and what we have. And we cannot ignore him. We cannot downplay him. And these 7 D's and F's are some of its strategies. We're going to learn what they are and how to overcome them. In the meantime, I'm encouraging you to get the book. Also, you have a 40-day devotional with bite-sized readings and scriptures and quotes that will help you deal with these strategies. When you learn how to deal with these strategies, you will, without doubt, live above defeat. Stay tuned. I will be back next week with the very first video of the series. The Lord bless you.